The Toro line of tree care products is designed to provide safe, productive, and dependable performance when used properly. However, all power equipment can be dangerous when not used correctly. You must operate your Toro tree care equipment with great attention to safety to protect yourself and those around your worksite. In order to ensure many years of labor-saving service, the Toro Company asks that everyone who operates a Toro tree care product please view this training material in its entirety, and then thoroughly read and understand the operational, safety, and maintenance instructions outlined in the product's operator's manual. You can find a copy of the operator's manual and other safety information online at toro.com. Be sure to take a few minutes to review the safety and operational decals on the machine as well. They are critical to the safe operation of your stump grinder. Please note that the Toro Company may make product modifications from time to time, and your model may vary somewhat from the product shown. The Toro STX line of stump grinders is designed to grind and remove tree stumps and surface roots. It is not intended to cut any material other than wood and the soil surrounding a stump. Let's start off by reviewing the operator controls. The ignition key switch, located here at the top left of the control console, is used to start and stop the engine. The lever to the right of the key switch on the console is the throttle control, which is used to control the engine speed. Moving the throttle lever forward will increase engine speed. Moving the throttle lever rearward will decrease the engine speed. The choke control, also located in the top left of the control panel next to the throttle lever, is used to start a cold engine. The stump grinder also has an hour meter, which is located next to the choke control. The hour meter displays the number of hours the engine has been running. In operating the Toro stump grinder, the traction control, located in the middle of the operator console, controls the speed and direction of travel of the drive tracks and stump grinder. The reference bar, located above the traction control bar, is used to assist the operator in steering and maneuvering. To ensure smooth, controlled operation, do not take both hands off the reference bar while operating the machine. Steering is controlled by varying the position of the traction control. To move the stump grinder forward, move the traction control forward. Pulling the traction control rearward from the neutral position will cause the stump grinder to travel in reverse. When moving in reverse, look behind for obstructions and keep your hands on the reference bar. To turn the machine right, rotate the traction control clockwise. To move the machine to the left, rotate the traction control counterclockwise. Note, the farther you move the traction control in any direction, the faster the machine will move in that direction. When released, the traction control returns to the neutral position and the unit stops. The grinder control lever is located on the right side of the control console. This lever is used to move and start the grinder. To raise the grinder, pull back on the lever. To lower it, push the lever forward. To rotate the grinder to the right or left, move the lever in the desired direction. Never jerk the grinder control lever. Use a steady motion. To engage the grinding wheel, press the red button on the top of the lever, then squeeze the trigger. Once the wheel has started, you can release the red button. To stop the grinder, release the trigger for more than a half second. The grinder could cause serious injury. keep hands and feet away from the track and grinding wheel. Before you begin operation of the stump grinder, always carry out the following important pre-start procedures. Make sure the machine is on a level surface, with the grinding wheel lowered, the engine off, and the key removed. First, check the oil. Clean around the dipstick cap, remove the dipstick, and make sure the engine oil is at the correct level. If you need to add more oil, use only the oil recommended in your operator's manual. Next, check the hydraulic oil level. Look into the glass bubble on the right side of the machine. If you cannot see hydraulic fluid in the bubble, add fluid by following the steps outlined in the operator's manual. Also, make sure all hydraulic fluid hoses and lines are in good condition, and all hydraulic connections are tight. Use cardboard or paper, not your hands, to check for hydraulic leaks. Keep body and hands away from pinhole leaks or nozzles that eject high-pressure hydraulic fluid. Hydraulic fluid escaping under pressure can penetrate skin and cause serious injury, and must be surgically removed within a few hours. Inspect for any loose or damaged parts, as well as for any missing, loose, or damaged safety shields. Do not operate the machine without guards, shields, and safety devices in place and working properly. Contact with rotating parts can cause severe lacerations or amputation. Inspect the machine for debris or materials that may interfere with machine operation. Debris such as leaves, wood chips, or brush can catch fire and must be removed from the machine. Be sure to grease the machine before each use and immediately after every washing. Refer to the operator's manual for the grease fitting locations. Inspect the condition of the grinder teeth. Rotate or replace any that are worn or damaged. Also, check the drive tracks for excessive wear and clean them periodically. If the tracks are worn, replace them. While operating the stump grinder, your safety and the safety of those around you are entirely in your hands. Please have anyone who operates this machine watch this video and read the operator's manual that comes with it. Let's begin with clothing. It's recommended that operators always wear a full face shield, hearing protection, close-fitting clothes, long pants, and substantial footwear. A hard hat may be necessary in some job site locations. However, every situation is unique, so always consult your project supervisor for additional precautions prior to operation. Before you begin, inspect the area where the equipment is going to be used and remove all rocks, tools, wires, and other foreign objects. You should also know and have marked the locations of all utility lines. To start the stump grinder, the operator should first open the fuel shutoff valve. The stump grinder has an electric key start. When the machine is cold, position the throttle midway between the slow and fast position, open the choke, and turn the ignition key. Allow the key to return to the on position immediately after the engine starts. As the engine warms, return the choke to the off position. When operating the stump grinder, you should have both hands on the controls. Removing your hands from the traction control stops movement of the machine. Only operate the unit in areas where there is sufficient clearance for the operator to safely maneuver the product. Failure to maintain adequate distance from trees, walls, and other barriers may result in injury. Take time to familiarize yourself with the controls of the stump grinder. Practice on flat ground, well away from people or traffic. Practice at slower speeds until you can operate it smoothly and confidently. Operate the controls with an even motion. Never jerk on the traction control. Use the grinder control lever to swing the grinder slowly across the face of the stump, cutting away a swath of chips. Move the machine forward a few inches and continue until you've ground off the entire face of the stump. Repeat the process until the entire stump is ground away. Large roots can be ground the same way. Always remember to keep your hands and feet away from all moving parts and pinch areas. The stump grinder is a one-person machine and will throw wood chips, soil, and other debris into the air. Keep all bystanders a safe distance from the grinder. Never let anyone, adults, children, or animals, near the machine while it's in operation. If they do get too close, immediately shut down the machine and instruct them to stay away and wait for the area to clear. Keep all movements on slopes slow and gradual. Do not make sudden changes in speed or direction. This could make the unit unsteady and possibly cause it to tip over. Operate up and down slopes with the front end uphill. Operating on steep slopes or wet grass can cause sliding and loss of control. Please refer to the operator's manual for slope operation information. Use caution when operating around landscaping, retaining walls, and other structures. Tracks dropping over edges, ditches, steep banks, or water may cause tip-overs, which may result in serious injury or death. Always keep a sharp lookout for ditches, holes, and deep ruts while operating the stump grinder, as rough terrain could overturn the machine. And always be aware of traffic. Park the stump grinder on level ground, lower the grinding wheel, shut the engine off, and remove the key before leaving the machine. Be sure to allow the machine to cool before refueling or storing, and avoid contact with the muffler. Use extreme caution when loading the machine on a ramp or trailer. Use only a single full-width ramp. Do not use individual ramps for each side of the unit. Avoid sudden acceleration while driving the unit up or down ramps. Securely fasten the machine to a heavy-duty trailer with straps, chains, or cables using the tie-down lift loops at the front and rear of the machine. Consult your state and local ordinances for specific trailering requirements. Turn off the engine, remove the key and spark plug wires, or disconnect the battery, negative cable first, before performing any maintenance or service work on the machine. This will prevent someone from accidentally starting the machine while you're working on it. Raising the stump grinder for service or maintenance relying solely on mechanical or hydraulic jacks could be dangerous. Be sure you use adequate jack stands or equivalent to ensure proper support and prevent injury or death. Follow the recommended maintenance, service, cleaning, and storage instructions as outlined in the operator's manual. Removing standard original equipment parts and accessories may alter the warranty, traction, performance, and safety of the machine. Replace all parts, including but not limited to tracks, belts, grinding teeth, and fuel system components with original Toro parts. This training material does not cover all potentially harmful situations. Be sure all users follow Toro's operational, safety, and maintenance guidelines. You can find a copy of the operator's manual and other safety information online at toro.com. Remember, the most common causes of accidents are excessive speeds, sudden turns, uneven terrain, and not stopping the engine. Always use common sense and the utmost care when operating the Toro Stump grinder, and you'll enjoy many years of efficient and reliable service. Together, safety is our priority.